In discussing the topic of temptation, the one thing you want to be clear about is temptation is not from God. It is from the world, and it is called evil. The world is a place that men of God are removed from. We once walked the course of this world, and temptation is the tool to retrieve you back to it. Ephesians 2:2, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now works in the children of disobedience. The world's purpose of temptation is to tempt you away from your faith, to make you once again disobedient. Now there is another purpose that the world uses this. In John 8:6, it says they tempt him that they may have reason to accuse him. You see, temptation first will test your faith, and if you fail, it will turn around and accuse you. And this is to produce guilt in your life. And guilt leaves you on the sidelines powerless and without any use to the Father. Galatians 6:1, brothers, if any be taken in fault, or I would add overcome with guilt, you that are spiritual, restore that person in meekness. You know, if the spiritual leaders don't restore them, they are lost sheep, and God blames us on poor shepherding. Jeremiah 50 verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. When people fail temptation, don't judge them, but restore them in meekness, because you may need to be restored one day yourself. And we should pray for them. We're given an example in Matthew 6:13. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Jesus begins in Matthew 6:9 by saying, in this manner you should pray, not to repeat over and over as some would have you do, but it is given as an example. Matthew 6:7, but when you pray, do not use vain repetitions, as heathens do. The verse goes on to say that they believe by the use of many words, they convince God. Now Jesus gives another example in prayer in Mark 11:24. This I say to you, what things you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. So the prayer would not ask to lead us not into temptation, but the prayer would be, I will not be led into temptation, and I will be delivered from evil. You know, we're to use all examples of prayer. James 1:13, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. He calls out temptation for what it is, evil. He won't be moved by it, and neither does he move man this way. The verse continues, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither does he tempt any man. So he would not lead anyone into temptation. But we are told how men are tempted. James 1:14, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. There are two things that draw one away, your lust and the world's lure. First, we have to recognize that every man is tempted, saved or not. We just refuse to live in sin. A pig slips in the mud and stays in comfort. Sheep will struggle to get out. This is your new nature. You know, enticement is an outward source that you cannot control. Like a pig to the mud, sheep too can be lured and enticed. Acts 20:29. Also of your own selves shall men rise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after themselves. Now, what kind of perverse things could draw away sheep and make them disciples? Well, to name a few, positive confession, name it and claim it, health and wealth, or prosperity. These are religions mixed with the world to attach to your desire. 2 Timothy 4:3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. 2 Timothy 4:4. And they will turn away their ears from the truth and will turn them to fables. These fables are worldly wisdom. It makes men proud and lifts them up. Sounds like we're back to the original temptation of sin. Remember, temptation will first attack your faith. And 2 Timothy 4:4 says, they will turn their ears away from the truth. Romans 10:17 says, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. You will lose your hearing by replacing His word with fables. Without hearing His instructions, you will return to the children of the disobedient, and then you lose. You see, God tries the heart, and the world tempts your faith. When God tries, you need to trust Him, because His trials do come with heat. Zechariah 13:9. And I will bring them through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. You know, the world tempts you to burn you. God tries you to refine you. The world tempts you through your lust to draw you away, and God tries you through your love to draw you close to Him. Remember, every man is tempted when he is drawn away, and every man is tried that is drawn close to his Son. And your work will show which man you are. Are you a man of the world or a man of God? The world will always tempt you, and you cannot make peace with it. If things are going good between you and the world, you probably have a problem. John 16:33. These things have I told you, that in me you might have peace. Jesus says the only place you should find peace is in Him. You see, your faith is a substance that reveals to you evidence. Good, solid evidence of what you hope for. And the world wants to remove that evidence from you. Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And the world wants to tempt this substance from you and leave you empty, or worse. You could be tempted to walk away from your substance. It is what a prodigal does. Luke 15:14, he asks for his substance and uses it towards riotous living. I wonder, how much substance will you return with? Is there anything left in you that is refined? Because what remains in you is your eternal condition. This is food that I provided to my family for years. I want to now provide it to you. I hope you'll share it with a friend. If you like it, I'll provide more. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.